Today's lesson is 1-4, using tiling patterns to find area. You can follow along in your workbook on page 10. We're going to be helping Roger today. Roger is replacing the tiles in his bathroom. Say what's up, Roger. I'm gonna give him a little crown. I just couldn't resist. Before we help Roger, we need to understand the tiles that he's using. These green tiles are 1/2 foot by 1/2 foot. If he puts 4 of these green tiles together, he can fill a space that is 1 whole foot by 1 whole foot, or also known as 1 square foot. It's called a square foot because all sides are 1 foot long. The yellow tiles that Roger has are 1/3 foot by 1/3 foot. Pause here to think about how many of these tiles Roger would have to use to fill in that square foot spot on the shower wall. If you guessed 9, you're correct. See, just like a whole circle, 1 foot can be split into third pieces. So that's split into 1/3. If we do this to both of the sides, split them into 1/3 pieces, then we can see that we would be able to fill up the square with 9 of the yellow tiles. Just like that. Let's look at one more. The red tiles are 1/4 foot by 1/4 foot. Pause here again and try to figure out how many of these red tiles it would take to fill up this square foot. Let's do the same thing we did last time. Split this whole foot into 1/4 pieces and do it again to all sides. I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. I'm going to do it to all the sides. Now if I fill in all of my lines, connect them. Oh, I'm not drawing very well. We can see that we have 16 of the red tiles that fit into the square foot. Do you see the same pattern I see? It took 4 of the green 1/2 foot tiles to fill a square foot, 9 of the 1/3 tiles, and 16 of the 1/4 tiles. Think about that. How many 1/5 foot tiles do you think would fill a square foot? The pattern I see is to take the denominator of each of the fractions and multiply it by itself. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. So a 1/5 foot square by 1/5 foot would be 25. And a 1/10 foot, 10 times 10, would be 100. Now let's get back to helping Roger with his problem. If you're following along on page 10, we're on number 2. Roger's shower is 2 2/3 feet wide and 3 feet long. He is going to cover the floor of the shower with square tiles that measure 1/3 foot on each side. Remember, those are the yellow ones that we were using before. We need to find how many tiles Roger will need to cover the shower floor. Do you have any ideas? If you'd like to try your idea, pause here and check back and see if we got the same answer. I don't know how many 1/3 are in 3 feet, but I do know how many 1/3 are in 1 foot. So, I'm going to start by splitting up my sides into 1 foot pieces. I'll do this in blue to match the square foot from earlier. I left this one a little bit smaller because it says it's 2/3. So it's not quite a full foot over there. Now in each of my square feet, I know that I can fit 9 of the 1/3 yellow tiles. So I'm going to fill those in now.